there, friends. How are we this fine Monday? Welcome to Morphinominal Monday, Renegade's miniature painting Power Ranger stream, where we stream painting Power Rangers with me. I am your host, Daddy Louie, and today we are painting the last in a three-part series, I guess, of the role-playing game miniatures that are going to be prizes. Prizes? I don't know if prizes is the right word. Like prizes or raffle prizes. They're a thing that is getting given away. I think it's a prize. You'll have to excuse me. I'm a bit under the weather at the moment. I think I have a pretty nasty sinus infection. But we are powering through. We are powering through the way that the Rangers would power through. That's what we're doing today. So enough about me. Let's go down to the headshot here and take a look at what we are painting. We are painting the yellow Turbo Ranger. Again, this is an RPG miniature. So far we have painted the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, and we have painted the Zeo Pink Ranger, and now we are painting the yellow Turbo Ranger. So painting yellow is a pretty tricky color. It's one of the most difficult colors to paint with, along with like white and stuff like that. There's a couple of different tricks that you can use in order to paint yellow. And the trick that we are going to use today is contrast paint. Contrast paint, this is one of the original contrast paint colors. This is Yenden Yellow. Yenden Yellow. So give that a good shake. Bring her back over here. And then we proceed to put it on there. So when it comes to contrast paints, they do take a little while to dry. So in this case, we do not want to get contrast paint everywhere, because then it will take a while to do anything else with the miniature. So I'm going to be careful in areas that I don't want yellow, because I want to be able to keep working on the miniature, if that makes sense. So again, I apologize if I'm not talking a lot this stream. Like I said, my sinuses are killing me. Like I said, I think my wife said she thinks I have a sinus infection, so I trust her. Because I don't think I've ever had a sinus infection before. At least nothing that feels like this, so. But it's not COVID, so that's good. Or at least the tests that I took said it's not COVID. But I'm going to keep taking tests every day till I feel better. Because I got a family that I need to think about. I don't use contrast paints as much as I should. There are a few colors that really do much better than others. Yellow is, in my opinion, one of the best contrast paints you can use. Again, mostly because yellow is a difficult color to work with. Same thing with white. The Apothecary White just helps do some of those more challenging things easier. Yeah, so that is what we are trying to accomplish. I don't even know what I just said, but it sounded good, I think. Yeah, so again, normally with contrast paints, I would just be slopping this all over the place, but I don't want to have to wait for the entire thing to dry. So I am going to avoid some places. Oh, man. How is everyone's week going so far? Actually, what I should say is, how is everybody's weekend? Because now that we are past the, now that we are on Monday, I can't say, how's your week going so far? Because your week just started. So how was that weekend? And the dogs are going crazy. GenCon's in just a couple of weeks. Anybody in the chat going? Gonna try and get their hands on these miniatures? I know that there's typing in the chat. I will check that in just a moment. Right now I'm just trying to get the contrast paint on so it can start drying. I also have something, a little Ranger item that I picked up actually a couple weeks ago, just after the last time I streamed on Morphin Monday. And I was like, next time I paint for Power Rangers, I'm going to open this live because I bet that there are people in the chat who will appreciate that. And there is always a little bit of downtime while we let stuff dry. So and I am terrible at keeping things in the package, especially like cards and things like that, because I need to know what's inside. I need to know what's in the pack. So these things sitting here, it's not cards, but you get the idea. It's been driving me nuts not being able to open them. That's kind of my point of what I'm trying to say. Man, it is so nice to be painting again with no pain in my wrists. I had injections in my wrists. I think that was the last time I streamed, maybe? I'm not sure. And now I'm good. Let's see. Now I can check the chat. I'm going to let that dry for a second. The last RPG Ranger. The Time Force won't be out till August, so we'll be back to poll next time. Yes, there will be a poll for the next one, which is in 2 weeks from today, is the next Morphin Monday. Love contrast paints. Yeah, me too. There's certain colors I don't like. I'm not a fan of black, for example, or like the dark grays. But colors, bright colors like turquoise, yellow, white, pink, stuff like that, I really, really like those contrast paints. And in this case, you can see how much of the miniature it did just in the little bit of effort that I put into it. What, we're 12 minutes in, and we're already 50% of the way done with the base colors. So, thanks to contrast paint. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed my vacation. Yes, I did. I'll tell you guys all about it if you want to know. Sinus infection before, not pleasant, yeah. Use sinus rinse. Is that something I have to stick up my nose and spray? Because if it is, that's never going to happen. You're never going to... Does it, like, go into your brain and behind your eyes? That's where it hurts for me, like, behind my eyes. That's why my wife says it's a sinus infection. But now it's starting to drain, so it could be mucus. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Great to be back. Ran an APR RPG and it was fun. You streamed it and put it on YouTube. That's cool. Yeah, let me know. Power Rangers Lost. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, so my face hurts, but my my wrists don't. So that's good. Alright, so we're going to keep letting that dry. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to put it over here. Where are you going to go? Because I can't really do anything else. I'm going to show you these things I bought. They are Power Ranger related. They're these... Oh, I guess I got to move that out of the way. They're these Power Ranger holographic sticker packs. It says there's 60 to collect, and there's 5 stickers inside. And it says they're $3.99, but I only paid $1 a piece for them, so... Yeah. So, what I thought was interesting is 2 of these packs are skinny, and 1 is really wide. So, I'm hoping that the one that's really wide, maybe there's something cool inside of them. So, I'm going to open these up and just see what's in there. We can see the Power Ranger stickers. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Here is pack number 1. Ooh, these are cool. Look at that. That's, that one's less cool than the other ones, but it's okay. It's hard to see that one. These are super cool. Look at that. Some of them are badly cut, you can see here, like... But these are cool for $1 for card packs. That's pretty neat. Right, I keep calling them cards. They're not cards. So let's open pack number 2. I'm curious about that wide pack. The only thing I can think of is that maybe they just used a thicker piece of cardboard when they did their packaging. Let's see. Oh dear. Having a difficult time with this one. Okay. Whew, there we go. Let's see what we got. See, some of them, like, are really tough. I can use these stickers to, like, decorate the box that I keep my Ranger stuff in. My Heroes of the Grid stuff. That has Rita up here in the corner. Like I said, some of them are really hard to see there. You can see your face. It's kind of cool. A Red Ranger. And the ladies. I really like those Green Ranger ones. Green Ranger is my favorite, so. And now for the fat pack. Yeah, it looks like they just used a different kind of cardboard. You'd think that the cardboard would all be the same from the manufacturer, but it was not. Let's see. Oh, they doubled up on the cardboard. And I can use the cardboard for painting. Let's see, we got Red Ranger. Ooh, this one's cool. We got the Black Ranger. We got the Tyrannosaurus Zord. Oh, they're stuck together. We got the Pink Ranger and the Black Ranger. So I didn't get any Blue Ranger stuff. which is a bummer. Because I really like the Blue Ranger. But this is a neat sticker. I definitely have places to... Oh, I did get the Blue Ranger. What am I talking about? I like that one a lot. Anyway, I just thought that was fun. I saw them at the store. Like I said, they were $1. And I was like, I should get those to open on stream. For times like this when I'm letting things dry. So, now all of that contrast paint is dry. So moving on. Alright, what are we going to paint next? I think we should do the black. The black, yeah. In this case, I'm actually going to use black and not German gray. Normally, I use German gray instead of black. But in this case, I'm going to not do it like that. So add some here to my palette. I like having the palette cam now because now you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, how much I'm putting on the palette. So let's see, she's got this symbol here. I may need to switch to a smaller brush. Yeah, definitely. This brush is too big. I'll use my tiny brush here. What do you think about Black 2.0? What is Black 2.0? I don't know what that is. The one downside to contrast paints is when you get to the detailing, because if you screw up your detailing and get it on your contrast paint, there's not really any quick and easy way of fixing your mistake most of the time. Let's see. There's a lot of black lines on this outfit. Uniform suit thing. Oh, the blackest of the blacks. I thought the blackest of the blacks was called like obsidian black or something. Is there a hobby company that makes that into a paint? I wouldn't mind getting some and trying it. I mean, if we're going to go to 3.0, we might as well go to 4.0. Reminds me of that episode of The Office when Michael is like, we need to do something to, something new and exciting or whatever. And Andy's like, I think we should change our outgoing voicemail message to add more zing and more pep. And then Jim's like, here's an idea. Why don't we just add even more zing and even more pep? That's how my brain operates. Somebody will say something, and I will either relate it back to an episode of Friends or an episode of The Office. We were out at a restaurant when we were on vacation, and I ordered the cheesecake, and it had a watermelon coulis or something on top of it. And that reminded me of the episode of Friends when Joey ordered the cheesecake and it had strawberry or raspberry on it. And he asked the waiter, he said, excuse me, there seems to be some red crap on my cheesecake. And he was like, that's raspberry coulis. And then he goes to eat his date's dessert, and she's like, you said you didn't want to share. And he said, I'll share. Coulis? Oh, man. And that all popped in my head while I'm in this restaurant looking at the menu of the cheesecake that says the word coulis. Because that's how my brain works. 24/7 Friends or The Office. Ugh. If you paint half of the mask and look at it from the side, it looks 2D. A 5-ounce bottle of black 3.0 will cost you $30. That's not terrible. 5 ounces is a lot. But what company makes it? Like, what? And is it acrylic paint? I mean, obviously paying $30 for one paint color is ridiculous, but for a content creator like me, it's a steal to check out and make content with. Painting these RPG miniatures instead of the Heroes of the Grid miniatures is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's nice having a small miniature. It's less surface area that you need to worry about when you're painting, so you technically can paint a little faster than normal. However, you also have to be a lot more careful because the details are so small. So, kind of balances itself out. base is not glued. It's I use wall putty. It's this blue tacky stuff. You can get it on Amazon or any hardware store. But it's on a bottle cap. So this is just like a Pepsi bottle cap, and then this thing just screws on there. I don't think you can buy this particular holder anymore. I've tried looking for it because I want to get more of them. This was a Kickstarter I did back in like 2017 or 2018, and the company had a lot of promise, but now I can't find it anywhere, and I have yet to see somebody who makes something similar. They have the STL files. If you go to the original Kickstarter, you can get the STL files to print out the holder, but I don't have a 3D printer, so... I mean, I have a friend that does. I could probably ask him, but... I think she has another... Trying to find a better picture. Oh, there's a square behind her. Behind her belt buckle. She also has very distinct lines. There's a lot of lines in this miniature. I may actually try the pen for this one. Let me paint the rest of the black first before I do that, though. So these things on the side of the head, though, it's black, because those are supposed to be like what, like tires? Man, can I just get a nice picture of the helmet? All these pictures are terrible. Oh, there's a good one. Oh, are they metal? Are the circles on the side of the helmet metal? Or are they black? It looks like they're metallic. Let me know in the chat if you know. I'm looking at a picture and it looks metallic to me. I know the mask is black. They're chrome. And the mouthpiece looks like it's chrome also. have to come back and do some more, but... Oh, there's black triangles on her shoulders, too. I don't know if I can separate the color of the chrome and the regular silver. I can try. I don't have a brush on chrome. I have a spray chrome, but that doesn't help me in this situation. I'm really sorry for the sniffling. If it's getting annoying, I really apologize. If you guys are around tomorrow, I'll be painting the last in my 3-part series of the G.I. Joes. Also for the RPG. Even if you don't like G.I. Joes or have any interest in G.I. Joes, still come hang out because we're always talking about and doing cool painting stuff regardless of what we paint. So you may be able to learn something. I need to see her belt buckle. Can I get a zoom in on the belt buckle? No, I sure can't. Pictures to my Facebook. Oh yeah, that's like super chrome. And the window on the top of the helmet is not a circle. It's more like a wide diamond. So I need to kind of fix that. So here you see I kind of made it look like a circle. And that's really because there's no lines for it. But I can come down a little further here. And then bring it back in. Are the minis fun to paint? Yeah, they are. It's a challenge for me because I've never painted a miniature this small before. So it's a cool little challenge. It's fun. Okay. I don't know what to do about this dang belt buckle. I think it's... I'm just gonna improvise here. Grab some red for the blaster. Looks like the blasters are red. Red and silver. Let me grab some Evil Sun Scarlet. Don't need much on the palette because it's quite small. Excuse me. Yeah, minis are very fun to paint. I've never really painted a miniature by Renegade that I didn't enjoy painting. There's never been like a miniature when it was over with. I was like, man, that was brutal. Like, that all of their sculpts are really nice. They do a great job adding definition to details to make them, to make the details easier to paint. They just do a really nice job with their sculpts, so. Like the miniatures for the upcoming Mission Critical for G.I. Joe, those miniatures are so good. So good. And I don't know if it's just because I've been painting Power Rangers for so long that it's just a nice change of pace to be painting Joes. But those miniatures for G.I. Joe are just probably some of my favorite minis I've painted ever. Very, very good. Let's see. I got the red on there. Let's go silver now. So for the mouth guard and the belt buckle, and the weapons, I'm going to use Lead Belcher from Games Workshop, Citadel. And then for the chromey bits, I'm going to use Stormhost Silver, which is brighter. And hopefully that, I mean, probably not on screen, you won't be able to tell the difference. But in person, you will. And if anybody knows what these weapons are, I'd be very curious to know, because to me they look like, I don't really know what they look like, to be honest with you. I think they look like defibrillator charging things to like electrocute people. And maybe that's what they are. But I don't know how that applies to handles. Maybe they are handles. I just don't know what their handles to. Magic handles, sure. No, I'm not using Pro Acryls for this step. magic handles that can unlock any car. So now these Rangers are like doing Grand Theft Auto, just going around stealing everybody's car because they can. Turbo Star Chargers. They're devices held in each hand with a metallic pole on the outside. It can charge powerful amounts of electricity. It becomes the lower sides of the... Okay. So essentially they're like giant tasers. This is what it sounds like to me. Alright, I'm going to grab this Stormhost Silver now. Gotta use the paint stirrer for Stormhost. I forget, it always separates really easily. Stormhost does, at least for me in my climate. So I always forget I have to use the paint stirrer for this, which I should be using the paint stirrer for every paint I do. When I'm painting on stream, I feel like people just don't... I don't know how loud the vibrations from the paint stirrer are, so... Yeah, it's still very watery. I don't know if this is gonna work. No, it's not. So back to Lead Belcher. I could probably combine the two together, I guess. Stormhost really is more of a highlight than a base. I also have a pearl metallic. I wonder how that would look. The pearl metallic. It's very shiny. It doesn't look like chrome, it just looks like very shiny. Finding that this mask is easier to do the silver first and then the black. I'm really sorry. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me. No one has blessed me in a long time. Not since the last time I sneezed. So thanks. Ooh. I'm getting Retributor armor. Gold. I want a warm gold color, and this is just for these little circles on the belt buckle. Like that. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. I'm grabbing the Nuln Oil, but I'm going to be very specific with it. I'm going to put it on the blaster here. I just want to create shadows around the blaster. I'm also going to put it like in here to give some definition again to these things. Depending on how skilled you are with a, oh, that looks terrible. Don't listen to me. Alright, now I'm going to grab some white, or as I like to do, Althuan gray. This is going to be to touch up the white areas. I don't know what a dance of blessing is, but that sounds great. gonna try and add some definition to the lines in her uniform. But I'm gonna cheat and use a pen. So I have a bunch of pens. I'm going to take a look at them here and see which one I think would be best. This one might be the best one I've got. Let's see. And I'll show you guys what they are in a second. .25 millimeters. What size is this one? It's 0.3. Let's see the 0.3. I don't like either of those choices. I also have some that I haven't even opened yet. Let's open them and see what's in here. So I got this one. This pen here. Le Pen. It's about the size of the tip. These are paint pens, by the way. I think this one's gray. I don't want gray, I want black. Let's see if this one's gray. Yeah, that one's gray. So these are Gundam pens. If anybody out there knows anything about Gundams, people build giant robot Gundams and then they use these pens to kind of fill in the gaps instead of painting. They're very, very tiny paint pens, basically. So this is so that I don't have to use a brush, because using a brush is kind of messy. It might be too much. That might be too much of a line. How do we feel about the lines? I mean, I realize it's part of her uniform. It's just because the lines are so tiny. It's difficult not to make them appear thicker than they are. feel like the lines are a pretty distinct part of the uniform. So I feel like not having them kind of hurts the, you know, making it look screen accurate. But again, some of these lines are coming on a lot thicker than I kind of want them to. Some people do eyes with these pens. Imagine trying to do this with a paintbrush. No, thanks. Alright, well, a few of those lines look rough, but I specifically waited to do that part now because now I am going to do the yellow, like highlight the yellow, and I can fix any mistakes But I did realize something a second ago that I didn't catch. These sleeves here. He's got like a white band. Oh, man. Y'all know that song, I Can't Feel My Face, by The Weeknd? I wish I couldn't feel my face. Because if I couldn't feel my face, then it wouldn't hurt, right? Okay. All right. Yellow time. Let's see. So I have a bunch of different yellows here, a bunch of different yellow paints. I'll zoom out now. A bunch of different yellows here. Everland Sunset, Uriel Yellow, Flash Gets Yellow, Dorn Yellow. So with contrast, I just want to try and pick a yellow that's closest. I think Everland's a little too dark, so I think we're going to use Uriel to start. And let's see. Allergy relief tablets. Chloropro. I think that might be what my wife's got upstairs. I took something earlier, and I felt a little better for a little while, but then it kind of wore off. So when I'm done with this, I'll go take some more of that. So right now I'm just trying to find spots where I don't really like the lines because their lines are too thick or something, or wavy, and I'm just trying to paint over them. With this Uriel yellow, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect match. So we just have to be careful. And then some of the lines look really good, so I'm not gonna mess with them too much. The lines that look good. Anyone in the chat play Pokemon Unite by chance? It's a Switch and a mobile game. It's like a Pokemon not an MMO, MOBA. That's what they're called. There's a challenge right now in the game. They picked like some of the lesser used characters, and they're like, if you can win 12 matches, one with each of these 12 characters, you unlock a skin. And of course, it's all characters that I'm really bad at. And I'm on the last one, and I just need like one more, and it's like so frustrating because I just can't get that last one. I tried forever yesterday. I'm gonna try again tonight. If I don't fall on my face that I can't feel, or that I do feel. I don't know. I'm saying words. Move this out of my way. I used to play Pokemon Go a lot, but now I don't really go anywhere, so... And it's hard to play, like, if you're just sitting still all the time. I'm going to grab some Dorn Yellow. It's very bright, so I just need to be careful and only use it sparingly. It's this one right here, Dorn Yellow. I'm just going to run some lines. Sorry, I keep moving over. And then I'll look up and I'm like, oh, I'm not even on screen. Good job, Louie. I'm just trying to find places where light would hit it a lot. And y'all would be proud of me. I went into a Target today and I did not look at the toys or the Pokemon cards. And that's because I didn't really go in. I got medicine and had it like curbside pickup. All right. I'm pretty satisfied with the highlight here of this yellow. The lines don't look terrible. I mean, if you get really close, you can see the choppiness of them, but like I said earlier, like I feel like the lines in the uniform, the black lines, I feel like that's too distinctive a feature to just not do at all. So that's why I decided to do it. I'm gonna grab some white. We'll grab white scar. I don't use white scar very often. I'll go back to my black here and start filling in around the feet for the base. This looks like it's going to end up being another one of the very few miniatures that I paint that doesn't have German gray. I would totally make the base look like a road, but because I want all of the miniatures that I've painted for this giveaway to look the same, like as far as their basing and stuff goes. But in the future, when I paint a turbo character for Heroes of the Grid, I will totally make it look like a road. I can do roads pretty easy. Everland Sunset is kind of like the base color yellow. It's very difficult to paint yellow if you don't have a strong base. So even though it's not the color, even though, wow, I don't know where that accent came from, even though it's not the same shade of yellow as the figure, we do want to use it as a base color here. And you really should add purple into your yellow to make it a little less transparent of a color. But as you can see, I did not do that because silly mistake. gonna let that dry for a second there. Black and white are difficult, or black and yellow are difficult colors to work with side by side. By the way, that's why this is not working great. And I just got a black line on his foot, darn it. Her foot. I think one more pass of the yellow and we should be okay. We should be in good shape. All right. I think she is good to go. And I just had a thought while I was doing that. I wonder if I could like sign the bottom of these for the people who are going to win them. I'm going to give it a go. Wonder if that'll just come off. I guess I could seal it, right? I could put like a hard coat on the bottom after I get done. It's hard to sign these little things though. one worked pretty good. Yeah, and I'll just put a little ard coat over top of that. I feel bad about this one, though. It looks terrible. Well, looks a little better, but not great. I haven't put a sealant on the other ones. Nor have I done that. All right. So, recap of what we did here. So, she started out with a Wraithbone spray. We used this contrast yellow here all over except for on the white parts. Then we let that dry. After we let that dry, we filled in the black lines or the black markings. Not the lines, all the black markings, the face. And we did silver, red for the blaster. Then I used this paint pen, in case you are curious what I have. I don't think it's a pen or a paint, but I use this Gundam marker here. I got this on Amazon. Just type in Gundam marker. And we did the lines, and then I busted out the yellow, did some highlighting, fixed the lines through highlighting, and then a few minor touch-ups, and then the base, which is just yellow and black. And that is her done. And as a reminder, we also have the Red Ranger here, and we have the Neo Pink Ranger here. And we also have some G.I. Joes. So we have Scarlet, which we painted on a previous stream. We have Stalker. Ooh. Here, we did some camo and some dark skin. And that turned out great. And tomorrow, little sneak preview, we are painting Jinx, which is going to be fun. Red female ninja. So I'll show you how to use red. And yeah, that's all she wrote, I think. I don't think that there's really anything else I can do. Actually, I take that back. So back here underneath the knuckles, or on top of the knuckles, it was showing some yellow from the thing, and now it's not. Very easy fix. Look at that. Now she's done. Now she just needs, now she just needs a varnish and to dry, and then she is off to, Renegade with the rest of the group. So, back to my face. So, do you want to win these beautiful miniatures that I've spent the last few weeks painting? Well, you can win these. If you are going to GenCon, I have my little note here. So this is, this giveaway here is going to be at the Renegade Community Bash. Like I said, that's going to be at GenCon. This particular event is Saturday of GenCon, Saturday, August 6th, and that is in room 139. And the event is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Probably local time to Indiana, I'd assume. So yeah, once again, Renegade Community Bash at GenCon, Saturday, August 6th, room 139, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have one more model to paint. That is going to be tomorrow. That is going to be Jinx. That's her name, right? Jinx. Yes. Now I'm questioning myself because my brain's not working right. Pretty sure that's Jinx. Anyway, we'll be painting that model that I just showed you tomorrow. Same Renegade time, same Renegade channel, right here at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, or whatever time those times equate to in your neck of the woods. I thank you for watching. Thank you to Renegade, as always, for having me on these streams. Unfortunately, I will not be at GenCon this year, but hopefully next year, Renegade will bring me out, and I can see you all live and in person. And if you're in the New England area, I will be at Boston Fan Expo, which is like the weekend after Gen Con here in Boston. And let me know, and we can meet up. That would be fun. If you want to find me on all of the things, I have a Facebook and a TikTok at It's So Tiny, ITSTINY, ITSSOTINY. It's So Tiny, ITSSOTIN. Sorry, my brain is like. Also have an Instagram at The Real Daddy Louie. I'm going to be running some giveaways over there the rest of the summer. The first one is starting in 2 weeks, I believe. So you want to make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I have some games to give away, to include Power Rangers, Heroes of the Grid stuff, that I will be doing some giveaways for. I may even do one for do a Gen Con as you paint in front of them live. Yeah, that's what I'd love to do. To paint live at Gen Con. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so go follow my Instagram at The Real Daddy Louie, because like I said, I'm going to be having giveaways to include some Power Ranger stuff. Yeah, I also have Twitch, twitch.tv/Circle of Nerds. I stream over there every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. This week I am painting kind of a large model. Might be one of the bigger models that I've ever painted. So that might end up getting turned into a 2-day stream, because I may not be able to get it all done in one stream. I don't know what day for sure I'm going to do the giveaway, but it'll be like a 5-day giveaway. So you'll have like 5 days to enter into the giveaway. And youtube.com/Circle of Nerds. Okay, that's all me. That's all my stuff. I need just like a thing to like flash up on the screen. This is all mine, because it's a mouthful. So much. Alright, I'm going to go so I can close my eyes and rest a bit. And I will be back here tomorrow. Same Renegade time, same Renegade channel, for some more painting. I already said that. Make sure you take care of yourself, take care of each other, play your games, paint your miniatures, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Where's the button? Where's the button? I have no brains.